Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another Tuesday night and another episode, 14 to be exact, of Gaming After Dark. I'm your host, Mr. Boom Boom Kaboom. It's Noof Nukem in the room, and we have got a dynamite show lined up for you tonight, and we've got a phenomenal guest as well. But before we get to that, let's bring on the panel. We're going to start with the one and only Game Complainers is in the building.
What is going on, everyone? How's everyone doing tonight?
I'd say everybody's doing good. I know the panelists can't speak for the chat, but we got some amazing people in the chat, which we'll acknowledge in just a moment. All right, let's bring on our next panel member for the evening. We got Proto Foxy.
What up, GAD crew? Your friendly neighborhood Red Menace is in the house, and we're ready to tear it down. Let's get to it.
I like it. He's coming in hot already. I like it. Speaking of hot, the man who always brings the fire, it is your Wicked Hawt.
What's up, dude? It's a shit boy. It's another Tuesday, and we're here to rock and roll, baby. Let's get this one going.
Let's get it going indeed. And our guest for the evening, it is a man that many of you are familiar with. He's been on Gaming After Dark many times in the past. As a matter of fact, he was a former panel member before we shut it down the last time around. And he is back tonight as a guest of ours. Always an amazing guy, lots of fun. And lots of gaming experience. Yes, it's the one and only Sir X Man.
What up, boo boo?
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
I said boo boo.
Boo,
Remember
boo.
Yogi the Bear? Boo boo.
Boo boo. Where is that picnic basket?
Right.
It's in my ass.
Go ahead, Yogi.
I'm going to show you something.
Oh, no, yeah. It's going to show us something. All right, let's get to the chat real quick. I don't want to miss out and say hello to all the people that, of course, without you guys,
Yeah, boy.
would not be possible and pretty much be pointless. Let's start out with the always amazing Cougarman69 is the first guy in the house tonight. We got our good friend of the show, Fazza928, which is a.k.a. Frank. Good to see Frank in the building. We got Will777. JP is hanging out with us tonight. Good to see you, Will. Appreciate that. We have also got Infinite Hero 79 is here in the building as well, and I'm sure many more will show up here momentarily. So again, we thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts. We appreciate all the support, the feedback, all the likes, and please feel free to share this out on any social media platforms that you may have. But anyway, let's get right down to the brass tacks, and let's talk about a couple of things that have went down since we last had a podcast, and that is now Nintendo has made it official. We talked about this in the past. We talked about the speculation, but now it is finally over. The only things we don't exactly know are the final, I think, the launch date and the final retail pricing, although many of us speculate as to where this is going to come in. And based on the buzz I'm already seeing around the internet, I have a feeling the pre-orders are going to be quite high on this one. Who wants to take the floor on Nintendo Switch? What did you think of the reveal? I mean, it was good. It didn't blow anything away because, you know, it really looks a lot more like a bigger version of the OLED Switch. But, I mean, I guess it's going to come down to what kind of technology they got inside of it. And if there's anything else maybe you caught from the reveal that maybe stuck out to you. And you know what? Let's start off with the man who works a lot in retail and is very in tune with all of these consoles. He has everything. Let's start out with Perry. What did you think of it all, Perry?
I'm relieved that they actually did announce it finally because we've been waiting for a couple of months now. So, and hopefully it does come out within the next few months from what we're hearing, like May, June, July. I heard July 11th, so I don't know if that's true. It's the internet. That's 7-Eleven.
Are the pre-orders open right now?
Get a Slurpee. I don't know.
Are the pre-orders actually live right now or no?
No, but I've signed up for stuff like Best Buy and GameStop. You can sign up via email, and they'll give you like I don't know, email or text, whatever it may be. They'll send you one back as an alert.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's always
about it.
GameStop still be around by then? That's the question.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Well, I did it anyway just to make sure.
Harry, do you think that demand is going to outstrip supply, or do you think Nintendo may intentionally sort of choke the supply off to keep that demand exacerbably high? I mean, we saw them do it in particular when they did the Nintendo Wii, where it was like nobody could get their hands on one. And I don't know if that was just a manufacturing issue or the fact that they tried to keep it sort of a kind of really rare. I remember how hard it was to get my hands on the original Wii. I didn't find it quite as hard to get a Switch. But do you think they might do the same thing?
So here's the thing. The Switch 2 was supposed to be released, I think, in 2022 or 2023. If I can speak tonight. But Nintendo kept holding back because they didn't want a Wii U situation.
All right.
So they've been like trying to find the right time when they get this thing out. And I think also because sales were not diminishing on the original Switch, they've kind of come down a little bit over the past year. And I think they figured now was the right time. The rumor is they're not going to have supply issues. So we'll see. But if they don't, then we know that was accurate, that this was supposed to come out a couple of years ago.
Open the floodgates.
Yeah, well, let's hope they don't, because we don't need another scalper gate going on here as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, we know that there's going to... they're just going to end up finding a way to scalp the shit out of it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the downside that really worked in scalpers' favor is when it came to the Xbox Series X and the S to some degree, and I would say the PlayStation 5, was that, those launches came right at the sort of the startup of COVID. And that really hampered manufacturing. It hampered supply chain. So I think there was a lot of factors that really did not work well for the console manufacturers, and it definitely played into the hands of the scalpers who were able to use their bot software to pick them up.
I think that was good what Nintendo did by waiting this long, because I really think they really wanted to push the number one console and beat PS2 as the number one console. I think that's why they delayed it so long.
Yeah,
and then when they brought the new one out, they just put it on Viagra and it grew a little bit.
Pretty much.
Dear God.
Frank said after a while they stopped artificially creating scarcity. You couldn't get any amiibos, and then when the old man took over, he opened the floodgates.
Yeah, it was true.
But I agree. I agree with Sir X-Man on that one. Mm-hmm. Go for the record. I think they beat it in America, but just not overall.
That sounds
going for the overall one.
Yeah, that sounds real accurate.
I did some research, right? And I brought this up to people, and they just like, oh, yeah, you're right. Nintendo, of all the consoles that's been out there, through all the generation of Nintendo, they have sold more consoles all across the board since the 80s than anybody in the world. Anybody. That's included in things. So technically, they've been number one for a while.
What does it take to be number one?
I think we can all agree. We don't agree with some of Nintendo's business practices, but I mean, at the end of the day, their success speaks for itself, and their success is largely due to, again, is world-renowned IPs, stuff that people recognize, whether you're 40 years old, 55 years old, or you're 15 years old or 5 years old. People know Mario. They know the games that associated with Nintendo, and they generally know that Nintendo doesn't miss very often when it comes to making software that not only runs well on their platforms, but is just kind of successful. And, there's lots of people that, Nintendo's a kid's company. But look, Nintendo, I'm not defending them, but they know their role, right? They know how to make the money, and they're not deviating from the stuff that's worked for them. Now, like I said, we talked about this in the past. I'm all for the Switch too, but I definitely think it's time to move it up a step, and that is to become a little bit more
powerful.
Go a little harder now. Like, start catering to the older audiences that kept adopting Nintendo. You can still make your money with the kids and the families, but now it is time to we're going to get more third parties on board. And the biggest thing, and I don't know if you guys would agree, but for me, the biggest hope that I have with the Switch 2, beyond the extra horsepower under the hood, is that the online is more robust, and we can start playing games like Call of Duties and Battlefields and whatever
with a name to it.
With a name. Yeah. These games that not all of us want to play Marios and Zeldas. We want to play those games. We want to take them on the go, and we want to be able to hook that system up to a TV when possible and play games that at least run or look very similar to at least stuff that we had on the Xbox One, PS4 generation. I think if they can at least nail that, and the games look and run well, I think, like I said, I think they'll be successful. Proto, how about you, man? Where do you think the Switch comes in? What did you think of the reveal? Where do you think the price is going to be? And are you even interested in one?
First off, because I thought they actually revealed the retail price. I thought it was $399.
Oh,
I didn't see a definitive. I thought that was just kind of speculation.
Hold on. With what Pink Piggle said, the new Donkey Kong. I just bought that. What is it? Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. Dope. So dope.
Oh yeah. But going back to I could have swore I saw on the reveal there somewhere afterwards that it was $399.
Perry, you would know that they didn't launch the official pricing, right?
No, not yet. I'm thinking it's between $399 and $499.
Please be $399. Please be $399.
Yeah, $399 makes sense to me.
Please.
Oh, it does. But I thought the reveal was solid. I mean, it nothing real surprising. I mean, obviously, being that it's going to be the successor to the Switch, you're going to expect some similarities, which, you saw how everything's going to work. It's going to work just like the other Switch as far as, the Joy-Cons coming off and shit like that. X-Man said it grew a little bit. It took its Viagra. Which is nice to see. So a bigger portable screen, higher resolution, that's always going to be nice.
And the Joy-Cons are bigger too.
Yeah, the Joy-Cons are bigger. Yeah. I mean, bigger. They no matter what they tell you, bigger is always better.
Yes, it is.
But unless it doesn't fit in the hole at all.
Well, then you just have to you work a little harder. That's all.
Yeah, it's all right.
But
we'll figure it out.
Donkey Kong Country HD. Yeah, I saw you playing a little bit of that the other night, Perry.
Yeah, there it is.
You got the original with the red and blue.
It'll make you crazy though.
Yeah, I remember you saying you liked this one more because it didn't have the Wii controls.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this game originally came out on the Wii, and I bought the Pro Controller. I come home from Target. It's early in the morning. I hook up the Pro Controller to play, and it's like, nope, not supported. I'm like, what the hell did I buy this thing for?
Ooh. Yeah, it's a pain in the dick.
Did you have to get an update for it or something?
No, they just don't support it. You need to flip the Wii controller sideways, which is the most uncomfortable thing ever. And it was just a lot of Vietnam flashbacks with
sit on it at one point.
Well, at least there's Bluetooth in this one. This one does have Bluetooth connectivity.
The whole Bluetooth. Like I said,
the problems with the Switch. Like you can use any controller. I use I can't even see over here.
You want to use it like an 8-bit Duo or anything like that?
I sure do, and it looks like a Super Nintendo controller.
I think I've seen this one before. I think you showed us, and I want to see it again. Show us, Perry. Show us.
Show us your
right here.
There you go.
Show us your 8-bit.
Hey,
dude, that's kind of fucking hot.
Controller.
That's kind of cool, dude. I remember you showing us that.
Yeah.
That controller kind of looks like some of the inside vaginal lips of the girls that Sir X-Men's been with.
Hey, Perry,
I don't know, man.
Is that better than the Wavebird? Is that better than the Wavebird?
Yeah, this is better because it has rumble in it and it's Bluetooth. You can use this on PC. If you buy an adapter, you can even use this on the Xbox.
Nice.
Oh, that's it.
So
you can hook that up to a PC too, right?
Yep.
Oh, that'd be sweet for some of them.
I hooked this up with an adapter. I hooked this up to an original Xbox, a 360, Xbox Series. This thing works on pretty much everything.
Oh, that's cool, dude.
Yeah,
the 8-bit dudes are fucking badass.
Man, that's good for those side-scrolling games.
Yeah,
X-Man, every time Perry reaches over, he always finds something cool to put in the screen.
Oh, he's just trying to screw you over, that's all.
But anyway.
Yeah. All likelihood, though, and as far as I know, I don't think they're doing the OLED screen under the box, correct? I think it's just going to be
OLED.
Yeah, I heard it's LCD.
They're going to get that money from you again later.
It is no OLED.
Garen fucking T. The Nintendo knows exactly what they're doing. Yeah, we'll skimp out, we'll charge a high, and then later, a couple years down the road, you get the OLED version.
I'd rather have the LCD anyway, because I don't know why, but LCDs to me are clearer than OLED. It's just me. It's less blurry than an OLED screen.
You must have something wrong with your eyesight, because I don't know. The only OLED I've seen.
Dude, I've had something wrong with my eyesight since I was 2.
That's a long time.
The big thing with any of the OLED is like the color and the contrast pop. Like it really just everything just pops off the screen much more with that stuff.
Oh, I don't like taking the chance on burn-in. I don't like that because it's still plasma-based.
Dude, I remember the first game I popped in my OLED was Metroid Dread. And that game, I was like, oh, wait. Like, that thing just popped off the screen.
Gorgeous stuff.
So I never got the so Proto. Would you, if the price is right, would you pre-order one?
Oh, I'm kind of beyond my pre-ordering days. I'll wait until I can nab it at retail, when I have the money and shit like that. If I end up having the money around the time pre-order comes around, I'm fairly excited for it, and I do like the idea that it's going to be backwards compatible with Switch 1 games because obviously I have a Switch, and so that's super nice. And to see if maybe it even does like how when you're putting like old PS4 games in the PS5 or Xbox One games in the Xbox Series, you get a little boost. That'd be nice, But going back to your point about how they need to really get on third parties. I totally agree with that fucking statement, and the fact that Microsoft has already said that they're going to have, that they've already pledged like Call of Duty is going to be coming to Nintendo. That's a match made in heaven.
Hi-Fi Rush. Hi-Fi Rush will be perfect on this.
I think if Nintendo gets the Halo game, even if it's Master Chief, I think that's a huge grab for them.
Oh man, don't even get me started on that because that's what I've been playing lately was just the Master Chief collection. Because believe it or not, all the Halo stuff, I didn't, I played original, all my original copies, and then I got the Master Chief collection because I'm like, okay, they seem like they corrected it and shit. And
they fixed a lot, dude.
Oh, hell yeah, they did. Hell yeah, they did.
I still have it on my hard drive. I do not take it off because you know how long it takes to download that damn thing?
Oh, it's ridiculous. But when I bought it on sale, it was only like, I think I got it for
Sir X-Man was like 30 years old when he first downloaded, and he's now 50-odd, so.
Yeah.
Dude, I played the original Halos back then.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. I still have all mine, but they put Master Chief Collection on that. If that's where we're going, fuck yeah, man. That's print money. Playing
Halo 2 on lockout ain't nothing better than that.
Oh hell no! I agree with that.
Map
ever. many a drunken nights on lockout with some buddies of mine.
and then you fall off the side and go,
the sword and the sniper fights on that map, right?
Yeah, everybody's trying to run to the sword at the top of the castle, dude. That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, the good old days.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hot, how about yourself, man? Excitement level. What did you take away from the reveal?
So, overall, I'm pretty excited for the Switch 2. Granted, I don't play my Switch as much as I would like, but we always play it when I'm with my boys as like a group and stuff like that. But like given the specs and everything it's kind of going off of, actually just based off like the looks, I don't mind the kickstand, but I wish the kickstand was more like the OLED one where it's a big fat extended one instead of like this like little kind of drawn out one.
You're already like, really, oh my God, my kids are gonna break that, right?
Like I don't know. Like I hated the one on the original Switch because I could never pop it, dude. I needed something to pop it out. The OLED one's easy. I can just go boop, and it's like a fully extended thick one. It's got like some structure to it. Honestly, I just want to see what this one's kind of like. Other than that, I kind of appreciated that. I think it has the extra, USB Type-C port on the top as well. Yep. So I appreciate that because, you never know what situation you're gonna be in, but you could you could charge it right there and maybe you rest it up. Like I have a little foam pad for like my tablets and stuff if I'm sitting down. So, but if I have my Switch on there and I just take out my Joy-Cons and I just have them by my side as I'm playing, I can't charge it, which is kind of like, all right, that kind of sucks if I'm going to be playing for a minute. So now it gives you that option. So I do appreciate that as well.
Nice.
That's about it. Can't really think of anything else about it.
IWK sent you a super chat.
That's right. First super chat of the night.
4K 60. Jesus Christ. I don't even give a fuck if it's just like 1080p 60. Jesus.
I was about to ask you that question in a minute.
Yeah. Okay. Like that's kind of like a question we could kind of all ask ourselves here and like where we stand. From what we've been shown, what do you personally expect? Like you don't have to have your expectations set in order, but like I'm okay at the end of the day with 1080p 60 lower. Anything higher than that, and I'll be a fucking gravy, baby. I'll be all good.
Well, RWK
says
it's got to run 4K 60 docked 500 or more. So, but here's the thing.
That's what I'm saying. The price goes up.
Even a console as powerful as like the Steam Deck and all some of those, they're not running stuff at 4K 60. So I'm not expecting the Switch.
Yeah, I'm not expecting that.
I think the target for the Switch will be legitimately 1080p. Some games will hit the 60, and some games will probably not.
We're forgetting something. I wonder what the dock is going to be like since the console is bigger.
I think it's going to peek out a little bit. That's what it looks like.
But they didn't show
like
the
a
dock.
peeping Tom.
They didn't show the dock. That's the thing. So we ain't going to know what it looks like.
Well, how about the pickup by somebody that watched the screen for Mark? Because he obviously showed on the screen they're showing the new Mario Kart, right?
Yeah, Mario Kart 9.
It looks like
24 players.
Balls.
Oh my god, dude! And Donkey Kong looks different.
Yeah.
Shout out to Fazza because dead ass, he was like the first one. It was so early in the morning on Perry's stream, and Fazza calls it out, and I'm at work. I'm like, that's weird. I never did even notice that. And I looked at it. Next thing you know, bro, it's all over the internet. Like, mass sites are posting about it. I'm like, yo, Fazza. Credit source, Fazza.
I think on April 14th, when Nintendo does this little show of it, I think they're going to surprise everybody. And it's been in the works for about 3-4 years, maybe longer when they announced it. I think they're going to launch with the new Metroid Prime.
Yo, I'll die.
That would make sense.
Yeah, totally.
If that happens... Ooh, I'm going to the store with a Billy Club and I'm coming out with as many as I can.
Man, there's gonna be fights like it was Black Friday.
Oh, it's gonna be. I'm gonna be a torch. I'm gonna arrive on horseback.
He's gonna come in looking like fucking Ocelot from Metal Gear Solid 5 on horseback in the trench coat and the Billy Club. Dude, we're gonna see him on the news.
It's gonna be like that mission from Red Dead 2 with me and my boys walking up to the house, just like.
Do you think it's possible, guys? And I'll start with you, X-Man. Do you think it's possible with the launch of the Switch 2 that this could be the first time that maybe Xbox gets Game Pass on the Switch? I think that would be huge. I think that would be a massive get, not only for Nintendo, but I think that would be huge for Xbox too.
Well, they wouldn't want to ruin Nintendo's thunder right now because remember, Microsoft and Nintendo kind of get along. But I figure somewhere down the line they might, but they don't want to ruin the thunder of.
No, it might not be at launch, but don't you everybody here on this panel? I think we've known for a while that Xbox is a little cozier with Nintendo than perhaps they are with anybody else. And it's just especially with. Well, I guess a lot of it depends on what Xbox decides to do with the portable side of their business. If they're going to make their own dedicated, maybe they don't see the Switch being a viable option. But if they don't go all in, I totally think the Switch is an incredible option for Xbox to grow Game Pass and to give, again, then Nintendo wouldn't necessarily have to sort of go all in with a lot of those rated R games or the stuff because they'd have some access to it through the Xbox service.
Dude, Nintendo had a rated R game back in the day. Remember Mad World, the Black guy playing with all the damn blood. That game was so much fun.
Well, that's even back on the GameCube days, they had Eternal Darkness, and then of course RE games. They were there. They can get the R-rated stuff.
What didn't Nintendo have? Was it Postal or something like that? It wasn't Postal, it was something else that was end up getting banned.
They had Eternal Darkness on the GameCube.
But it was so violent it got banned. Manhunter.
Man.
Oh, Manhunter.
I remember that game.
That was by Rockstar though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a Rockstar game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was on and they put it on Nintendo at the time also.
Yeah, they put it on the Wii.
Yeah, the politically polite version of that game is called People Hunt.
Oh, man.
People hunt.
Yeah, but they're
You
not
can't call
afraid.
it you can't call it manhunt anymore.
Nintendo's
yeah.
not afraid to do rated R games. They're not. They're just being themselves right now, staying in the middle ground because they don't really have
they
the
in the
graphic
breakdown
power
lane
that
and they
these
just
other
cruising,
games.
baby.
Man. And don't
Well,
forget,
like I said, considering how well
new
Nintendo did
GTA
on
is
their
gonna
own
be
without
on
Call of Duty, if they get Call of Duty and they get any type of Grand Theft Auto game,
It's a wrap.
man, those guys are going to just be dominant.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna be ridiculous.
Dude,
Did
I
you
got a
imagine
question.
the new Doom
You go.
coming to the Switch? Oh, with the Switch.
Yeah, I mean they put 2016 and Eternal out on the the Switch, so definitely see Dark Ages going on.
There's a possibilities.
I think that's kind of why they announced this console now, because their partners, Xbox,
Yeah,
Thursday,
they want to get
they're
ahead
gonna
of
bring
it.
some stuff out.
They don't want the a last minute trailer to come out and see like Switch 2 on the bottom, then before they reveal it or anything like that.
Right.
You don't want that mistake.
They want to save
don't.
it. Microsoft don't want to mess with Nintendo's thunder right now.
Yeah, no, they thunderclapping all up on that ass.
Yeah.
But
He said, slap it back.
Dude, I got a question regarding the Switch 2. Based off, we haven't seen anything, I don't think, but like the UI, how would you guys expect the UI to be? Because I personally think it would be cool if it kind of looked like the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox. When you highlight a game, you can it'll show up on the background and stuff like that, like beyond it. And then also maybe you could even see progress. I mean, you're not going to see trophies or anything like that because it doesn't have that. But just seeing maybe an overall progress if it's like a single player game. Be like, oh, Mario Odyssey 2. Okay, I'm 56% through. Okay, well, click over. You know what I mean? Just like in the PlayStation 5.
This is what I would want in a Switch. When we talk about giving true friends names, make a friend, where you can go see what your friends are, what they're playing online, and then have a chat with them to see if they would like to play a game, or where you could just join right in, we have now.
I think with Nintendo, if in your profile you're obviously over the age of 18, then you should be able to fucking interact with who you want with the online side. There shouldn't be this complicated process. I mean, with the fact that the original Xbox had a better online than Nintendo's had, that's pretty embarrassing.
It still got the best online, but it is what it is.
I wonder if they're gonna skip the voice chat on there and just be like, "Well, everybody, y'all can just use Discord. We're gonna make it easier on ourselves." I wonder if they'll
just pull in another phone app.
You know what I mean? I don't but put the resources into like you're saying, easier to invite, easier to join, easier to navigate through to something like that. So you're not taking 7 steps when it should take 4. You know what I mean? Or 3. Jesus. Still
20 years later, 20 to 30 years later, they need to upgrade. They need to be able to do that.
That's right, dude.
That one thing it's time for that. If you're going to build a system that's a little bit more powerful, that can compete with this stuff, make the infrastructure also.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
I agree. Full on.
Take it away, Noof.
All right, man. Yeah, I was going to say, look, we won't know a whole lot more, obviously, till April, but I think we can all say, we're finally glad that the worst kept secret in gaming is sort of out of the bag. We haven't, we know what it looks like. We know it's going to be, for the most part, probably 95% backwards compatible. So don't throw out your cartridges that you got, your Nintendo games, all that stuff. I suspect that obviously it's not going to be backwards compatible with the controllers. They look like they connect differently. So
different connection.
The new Switch doesn't have the IR blaster on the bottom of the controller, so games like Ring Fit are not compatible with the Switch 2.
Aww.
So you got to keep the old one for those games.
Go. Perry's bracing himself now for the 300 Switch consoles he gets on day one, getting traded.
What'd you say, Perry? Repeat that one more time with the.
So Ring Fit is not compatible with the Switch 2 because they removed this IR blaster or IR sensor on the bottom of this Joy-Con.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think anybody in this particular room is crying over that one, though.
No,
good.
No.
From the looks of most of us on this panel, I don't think too many of us are getting ring fit these days.
Well, I like the way they got the controllers where they can act like a mouse now. So if a lot of first person players, especially when they play on PC like that with mouse and stuff like that, and maybe that bottom one is for, you can hook up like a keyboard. You know what I'm saying? So you can point and click. We don't know all the details yet. So if they do that, well, okay, we got some PC players come over to the Switch and play our games with one of the Joy-Cons and a mouse like style, and then hook up a keyboard, that could go a long way to advancing them.
Yeah.
You can hook up a mouse and keyboard with PlayStation. I think you can do it with I know you can do it with Xbox.
Yeah.
But you can use, that would be a good thing.
But would you expect that to be in docked mode? Because you imagine in the interest of portability, that would not be a portable setup at all.
Yeah, but I know a lot of people that always say they always play their Switch at home. They never really take it out. But then you have the option.
Yeah, fair enough.
Right, but then you also have the option to I'm still playing this game. Let me take it on out for a while, and just unplug the mouse and keyboard. Well, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so they're making it versatile.
I just, when you started talking about mouse and keyboard, I just saw this strapped setup to somebody's shoulders and it's got a table jutting out in front of them with the mouse and keyboard and the Switch screen.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, they'll have a strap for the keyboard and they got the Switch up somewhere and they're playing it like they're playing a guitar.
Right.
Hey, we got a new super chat coming in from our good friend RWK. He drops $1.99. Take it away, Perry.
Crazy 3-game co here. What? I don't even know what the hell he's saying. Crazy 3-game company here. We are most excited about Nintendo. Okay.
He tried to space it in there.
Nintendo did anything.
RWK,
he's so excited
for the $2, buddy.
Yo, RWK. The system
RWK?
didn't get bit smaller; it got larger. So use the full words.
Yeah. You know what? Get that and give me 5 push-ups for just for writing that crazy stuff.
Yeah. You drink it again? You want autocorrect or auto type?
I hate autocorrect. Remember when I used to send messages to you over there and that autocorrect sucks?
Oh my God, I hate it sometimes when it does it to me.
You're like, yeah, Big Rick came to my house. All of a sudden, autocorrected. Big Dick came in my house.
Hope you had a good time.
There's a blast.
You sure that's what he meant by? You sure he wasn't saying something else coming? Your something else?
Yeah.
Yo, I can't wait to play my Nintendo Switch too.
Hey, I got a quick joke for you.
What's up?
Quick joke for you. What's the difference between a rooster and your mama? A rooster says cock-a-doodle-doo. Your mama says any cock'll-do.
If she's not saying, oh,
that's actually pretty good.
Why, Mom?
What's the difference between your mama and the Titanic? More people went down on your mama. Sorry, I had to pop some jokes in there. All right, let's.
I would have said maybe they trying to get inside your with an iceberg. I don't know.
The Titanic wasn't sunk by an iceberg. It was your mama's ass.
We could not escape it, so it was too big.
The bigger the booty, the better.
Right. She tried to pull off the Kate Winslet on the bow, and the whole thing cracked apart.
Blade and all.
That's how it's.
Let's move on. The next topic is essentially a bit of a rumored topic. There isn't concrete evidence, but sometimes we kind of brought this one up in the past too. And look, as we know, when a company launches a game and people basically stop talking about that game like within several weeks or months afterwards, like let's take Elden Ring for example. People were still talking about Elden Ring years after it came out.
They're still talking about
it. Dragons Age Veilguard, it got a lot of publicity for all the wrong reasons. People were playing it like basically for the first week, and now I virtually see nobody on my friends list playing this game.
Rip it out.
Barry's still waving the flag.
And people that I talked to, obviously, yes, it's sure it probably did okay in its first couple of weeks of release. Perry obviously picked up the game
Just
on the cheap.
Dance. I didn't know you like that game, Perry.
But I saw it on sale at many places. So the question to you guys is, do you think BioWare is in trouble? BioWare Edmonton in particular is the studio that made this game. They're also the guys that are going to be, as far as I know, doing the next Mass Effect game. But do you think there's a possibility that this studio is in trouble? They kind of haven't really had a massive hit for a little while. And I think everything is riding on the next Mass Effect game. But have they learned a lesson from all this stuff or what? Who would like to jump in on this?
I'll do it. Don't make your characters with googly eyes.
Make them with googly eyes?
Don't make your character with googly eyes next time. Remember Andromeda?
Great, googly eyes? That's juicy.
Well, I don't think Dragon's Age has the googly-eyed problem, but Dragon's Age
Andromeda did.
From guys that have a vagina problem.
I wish they would have been the company to remake Knights of the Old Republic. That's what they should have stuck to. Was Knights of the Old Republic. Why did EA gave it up and gave it to somebody else to make it? I'll never know. That's my thing. Stick to what you know. And Dragon Age is okay, but it's not what you're good at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Anthem 2.
I like Anthem. Please bring me Anthem back.
I love the Anthem all the way up until the end game, and I was just like, "What the hell is this crap?" There's shit everywhere.
They should make the new Superman. Let them make a Superman. Or an Iron Man with that mechanic. Perfect for an Iron Man game.
Yeah.
That'd be dope. Yeah, that flying mechanic is top notch, dude.
But EA don't think like that. Remember, they're still part of EA.
Yeah, that's the whole Titanfall.
It's too bad because Anthem has all the tools to be a successful game. I think that's one of those games. If you had to kind of go back and sort of do a reboot, you take that game and you kind of build it into what it should have been, and you could potentially still have a hit on your hands.
I think they should have made the city part a little bit easier to find the stuff you were looking for.
Yeah.
For the parts. That's the only part that bothered me about that game. Going out into the world and enjoying it, fine. But when I got back to the city part, I was getting bored looking around the city for stuff and figuring out the guy to do this, to upgrade this part and that part and this part and that part. I'm like, this is getting really tedious. I want to get what I need to get. If I have the credits to get what I need to get, let me grab it out of the damn shop. Let me move around a little bit in the area to like look for different costume parts. But don't let me look for upgrades for my weapons and everything else.
We're sorry it cost $1.5 million coins for that metal dildo penis. I'm sorry.
It's top gold tier, so it must be worth it.
No, I'd put a BBL on my character. That's what I would do.
Yeah, so Serex man just friggin' mesmerized as his guy with a dump truck is just running around slinging
motherfuckers. You suit and they call it the dragon because when you're flying, it's dragging the ground.
I'll be like, keep this. You did. I'll be like, keep this in third person view, please. Don't go to first person. Stop going to first person.
I need to see my booty.
I kept it clean.
I mean, who's a big BioWare fan here? I mean, especially the Mass Effect. Any Mass Effect fans here besides myself?
Knights of the Old Republic for me, dude.
I'm not like the biggest fan of it, but like I like it. I'm not like a hardcore fan.
I mean, I like stuff BioWare put out, Mass Effect, talking about Knights of the Old Republic and shit like that.
I'm dying on Anthem, motherfucker.
And Anthem, I actually jumped in right as they reduced that to like $5 They had a squad for like a week, and then it was dead. I was like, well, at least I'm only out $5.
Didn't BioWare do BioShock?
No, that's
No.
2K,
Okay.
and that's different company.
What did BioWare made? What is it? They made the old Knights of the Old Republic. They had the Dragon Age
Knights of the
series,
Republic 1 and 2, right?
And Anthem. I don't remember anything else.
Wow, they've been slumping. Criterion's made more game than
Oh,
BioWare.
Mass Effect, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, I love Mass Effect. Andromeda, despite being the weakest of the series, I actually pumped about 140 hours, I think, into that one game. I was a little
Damn,
tedious,
you're
but I
a
enjoyed
glutton
it.
for punishment, aren't you?
And I love the trilogy. Of course, the remake, the anthology or whatever that was done about 2 years ago. That was
I like the upgraded graphics on that. That was nice.
The graphics were upgraded. They went back and fixed some stuff with the original game. Just I love that trilogy. It's up there. Like for me, that's just under Gears of War for me.
Okay.
Oh, that new Gears is
so, but Dragons Age, I was never a big fan of Dragons Age. So, like this one coming out and sort of being a little disappointing doesn't really bother me. Well, whether I'll play it or not, perhaps if I can pick it up on the cheap. But I mean, that in itself tells you everything you know about certain games. Like, because when you really want to buy a game or you're really excited about it, most people don't really question the price tag associated. They just go out and buy that game because they want it. Like Starfield, for example. Lots of people went out and bought that day one because there was a lot of hype around it and people wanted to play it. I didn't see that with Dragon's Age. Obviously, there was a contingent of fans, but not the same. And then, of course, the bad press with the whole, the game got delayed several times. Then it was, of course, the whole social crap that they put in the game and the messaging and stuff like that. And plus, the art style changed a little bit. So there was a lot of different areas that they switched with that game.
Yeah. A little bit. Shit, the art style was fucking massively shifted. I'm not a big Dragon Age guy, but I know
it looked old. When I saw it, them graphics look old.
Yeah, it looks like they washed it over with just like a real shitty filter. It's cheers to everybody who enjoyed Veilguard. Hey, if you like it, you like it. You can't, fuck whoever criticizes what you spend your money on, right? But, just in reading and, with the whole topic going, is BioWare in trouble? I don't know, maybe they'll actually turn a corner because the director of Veilguard bailed. She's like, okay, I did my part. Deuces.
You wanted me to rush this game out. All right, I rushed the game out and I deal with it.
Yeah. So.
Exactly.
I think that game needed more time to cook. That's what I think.
Well, I was cooking for quite some time. That's the problem. And, after all the changes, it still didn't benefit from it.
Yeah, I think maybe at the end of the day, like they could have waited longer, they could have not waited longer, but I think the outcome would have been the same, just based off you can't change much of the story once you're really deep into it, and you know what I mean. Like they're probably like, this isn't exactly what's probably going to have the greatest reception, but we are this far. Why don't we just go forward with it? Maybe they did that.
Well, Perry's played the game, and he's been real quiet about all this. What do you got to say?
Hey, man, I got this game for $25. Actually, Frank
can't beat that.
I never played these games in my life. I played it. I made a midget. I'm happy.
I say you play the one that's on.
I've never played it.
They got the one before that on Game Pass. That one's
Inquisition.
That one's so much better.
Yeah. I have 1 million copies of that at work. I will send you guys a stack of like 50 copies of Inquisition.
All right.
Okay. I'm tired of seeing that stupid cover with that guy going like this.
Throw it out. You like that game?
I didn't play very far in that game, but I thought Inquisition wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't.
At the time, the graphics were pretty damn good, actually.
Especially when you got to the dragon part. Oh my god!
I mean, this is just, to me, it's like a hack and slash. Like, there's not much to it.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, because it seems like they changed up the engine, because wasn't the other two, they were more RPGs. This is more kind of almost straightforward hack and slash.
I gotta ask, if you start the game, what's your pronoun?
It only actually the basic stuff, and that's it. Like, that's all I've encountered.
So no pee-pee slider.
No, I
No, I'm kidding.
See, I'm out. If I can't slide my pee-pee to look
apparently you can slide the tits and the ass slide around the ladies all the way up, and they're still flat.
I was gonna say the butt cheeks are lackluster.
No, that's DOA beach volleyball. Come on.
But dude, I got a question on that game, Perry. When you're just playing, say you're doing a little bit of hack and slash, you're kind of hitting some combat a little bit, you're into the game, you're feeling it. Is there like some like aggravating nonstop like dialogue where it's like, you know, walk 5 feet, dog dialogue, walk 5 feet dialogue? Like, am I gonna start hitting that, or is it like a steady flow where you're kind of immersed the whole time?
It's a steady flow because you basically have an objective, and then when you get over there, you'll get dialogue and stuff like that.
Okay. I just didn't know if it was one of those things where it's like, let me just play the
this
game.
Is kind of like the Dragon's Dogma 2. It's kind of almost the same type of game.
Okay.
To me, I don't know.
I got you.
So does it have
that clears it up?
Like they give you a question and you have to make a choice on which that changes the direction you want to go within the story?
Yeah, like a character will ask you, like, "Hey, who do you want to go with you?" And you pick which one.
Oh, okay.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, that reminds me of Kingdom of Amalur, man. Your choice.
I want the one with the pink hair and the big fucking bull ring hanging out her fucking nose, because at least she'll scare away all the wraiths.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I had that girl in a mosh pit. She was knocking dudes out.
That bitch is serious business.
She fucking planted her feet like it was cement and just left hook, right hook. Dudes are dropping like bags of dirt.
Wow. Ping pong.
Smells like fish sticks. Fuck it.
I love fish sticks.
I know who I'm getting behind.
Dip some fish sticks and some tartar sauce.
Yeah. Sir X-Man, do you like fish sticks in your mouth?
I'm not touching that. We had that conversation before the show started. We not going there.
Oh man, yep. I'll start filling the hole up. Start filling this hole up.
Is it battered fish sticks?
Pretty deep.
With cream sauce. Oh, did I all right, I went too far. Time for me to go.
And now I'd make my exit.
Get this man some tartar sauce.
I'd like to say something. There is only one game that I would pay $100 for if it comes out. That's a Tomb Raider game. You know, okay. I'm a Tomb Raider junkie. So
you're kidding you.
That's the only thing that I would pay $100.
Big Mother Trucker 4.
Oh man, that's the only game.
I don't want to say too much on the whole Bioware situation because again, large part it's a speculation and rumors. But you know, my thought is though, after the last couple of games, EA has probably got some major pressure on these guys right now. Do you leave them alone, let them design something really good, or do you kind of meddle a whole lot and then force them to make another mistake? You know,
that's why they're fixing the new Battlefield. Thank God. I did a review on all the stuff that they're doing to the next Battlefield. And thank God we're going back to engineers, specialists, and everything else. You know, so
yeah, it sounds like the next Battlefield is going to be a little closer to the Battlefield 3 and 4.
Battlefield 3 and 4, yes, sir. So I got a full.
Hopefully, to bring back the campaign, an extra official campaign too.
Yeah, they said they were talking about doing a co-op campaign. I think the only one they did that was in Battlefield 2 and Battlefield 3. So they said they're bringing that back because Call of Duty don't do it.
No, but they have the co-op modes, but not quite the same.
No, it's not quite. It's like little missions you put them on. But I like the story with Call of Duty when you got people. Battlefield when you put people in it.
Let's check up with the chat because we got some amazing people joining us again tonight, including our good friend Mental 9R is in the building. We got Fastback in the house tonight. Good to see you, Fastback.
Yeah, buddy.
Cyber Gunter was in the house earlier tonight. Good to see Cyber hanging out with us as well. Dizzy Delta is here. We got Sathius in the building. We've obviously got Cougar Man hanging out with us tonight. We see Pink Piggles is in the house. Good to see Pink here. Frank Fazaz in the building, and many, many more guys. You are fantastic. Axel,
love it,
is in the house. Always good to see Axel here. We got to get him on the show some week soon. Buddy. I think he said his availability is a little easier now than it was prior to the holiday season. So yeah, RWK88 hanging out with those too. So thanks again, guys. Good to see everybody here.
Hey, Axel, I love the way you fixed up that room in your background. Nice.
So anybody else any further thoughts though on the whole Bioware thing? Or like I said, maybe it's something we come back and we explore because I don't really like to start something based on rumor and speculation. But I think can we all agree that the next Bioware game though needs to be sort of a big hit for EA and Bioware, kind of like Ubisoft right now kind of needs to get back into the win column.
Bioware needs to get back to its roots, man.
Yeah, they're in the same boat.
Yeah, they need to stop rushing things out and get back to the roots of
Dread
what they
Cool's in the house.
For.
What's going on, brother Dread?
Dread. Look at Dread's little icon. He wants us to acknowledge him. I acknowledge you, Dread.
I am here, man. You. Good stuff. All right, well, let's get over to another topic that is definitely going to be peace of mind, and that is the conversation is circling once again about a possibility of the $100 game. Now we're used to it in the sense that we've seen, collector's editions and ultimate editions and stuff that gives you, all the content and stuff down the road or on day one. But where do we stand on, say, a base model game, coming out and hitting 100? And this is starting to largely pop up because of the conversation that's around Grand Theft Auto 6 and some of the statements that were made by, I think, one of their CEOs or one of their head people that kind of said, basically we have hundreds of hours of enjoyment in our game. And that's why they think they can justify the time. Look, I understand that their development costs are really, really high, but they're also in the boat of the fact that how many copies did they sell of Grand Theft Auto 5 on multiple platforms over the course of 10 years? That game has broken more. That game has made more than enough profit that these guys should not have to worry if GTA 6 sells fucking 15 million copies or 140 million. You know what I mean?
I can answer this one. Please let me hit this one.
Yeah, man, you can have at it. I mean, I want to know where everybody feels on this. Is there certain games that you would kind of go, okay, I'm good with that? Because the thing is, if this game is successful, it starts to set a precedent for the industry and maybe others follow suit. But what some people are going to find out, and I think we talked about this before, if you are not a certain type of game, right? If you're not a Call of Duty or you're not a GTA or you're not in that echelon, can you command $100? Because I guarantee you, if Dragons Age Veilguard, for example, came out at $100, that game would have sold even less copies than the fucking game did already.
Yeah.
All right. Here's my
See how this works?
I want to take it right after X-Man because I want my points to possibly expand everybody else. So hit it, X.
GTA makes so much money, especially with their online and their casinos and their in-game costs and all that. You don't need to have it at $100. You could have it at 60 or 70, and you'll sell it to more people, and you'll make more money like you did with GTA 5 with all the online and extra updates and all the DLC and all the special cars you can buy and all the money you can buy in the casinos and everything else. Then beyond that $100 price tag. So you don't have to put it at $100. Let it stay at unfortunately the base price right now. And if you have higher tiers, put the higher tiers because they always have a discount if you want to upgrade to the higher tiers later on. Just keep it there and you'll still make a lot of money. And that game will last about another 11 years and you'll still keep making money. That's all I got to say about it. You don't have to have it that high in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm done.
That's the thing. Like, GTA is going to make the money regardless. I don't see why they need to gouge gamers and set this weird precedent for the industry.
Yep, I agree. Oh, I just want to get my point out because I think it might. I want to see if you guys can bounce something off of it. Just expand off it. Oh my god, I'm having a brain fart right now.
Brain freeze.
I'm having a brain freeze. Re-up me. What are we talking about here for a second?
Hey, do you live in Chicagoland area like we do? We get the brain freeze.
Dude, I'm having a brain freeze right now. What are we? I had a brain fight. What are we talking about here right now?
Talking about $100 games,
buddy.
$100 game. Okay, now we're rolling. Okay, I'm not. Jesus Christ, dude! The gears stopped turning in my head for a minute.
First, your Wicked Hawt hits Alzheimer's in the middle of an episode.
Dude, I just fucking pulled a Biden. I just got off my chair and walked off into the distance. But nah, dude, the $100 games. It's a big no for here. That's the easy answer. Big no for $100 games. But I think here's the counter to that. If the company does want to say GTA comes out 100, next thing you know, 100 starts becoming the norm. I think you start getting more people to look away at buying the $100 games. In return, they're going to start looking into what service can I subscribe to get more for my money than buying one game for $100.
Oh yeah.
Like, ergo, Xbox Game Pass just becomes more of a viable option. I think if you want to do that as an industry, you're only going to make you're going to make it divided. Some people will buy it.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
And then you might go to a subscription.
$100 games are going to start making Game Pass even look more attractive. So Microsoft is like, bring it on.
And as a parent, I think that becomes more of a problem. One kid, okay, 2, 3, 4 kids. Yeah. We're not getting 4 GTAs at $100. Are you kidding me? That's a system. Like, you know what I mean? If it's $100, how about we just do Game Pass and you guys game share with each other? How about that? You know what I mean? That way everyone's happy. You get more games and you get a better bang for your buck. But that's all I gotta say.
Don't 2K own Rockstar?
Who owns Rockstar?
Don't 2K
2K? I actually think that's correct.
Publisher. So you know what?
Probably.
That could be from 2K because they know they can make more money off of GTA.
Yeah.
So they're the ones probably trying to prop that $100 price.
Wouldn't surprise me. But as far as I'm concerned, to the initial point, $100 games, no, you can eat my ass.
Thank you.
And I'll give you the spoon for it. The only time I'm ever spending that kind of coin on a fucking game is if, one, it's a massive collector's edition and it has a desirable collectible for me, like a bust or an exclusive action figure or something like that.
Oh, the girl with the big booty riding the car with a statue.
Right. That big booty, big bust, all that shit. And then it's got to have like a real nice collector's case. You know, like you remember Resident Evil 4 when it came out on GameCube, where it had the metal tin, and then like the Halo Reach collector's edition where it had the book and it was the big case and all of that shit.
Yep.
Then I would maybe consider it, but it would be one of those things where it's like, this is a game I really like or I'm really anticipating. It's very rare. When it comes to GTA 6, you ain't getting $10 from me. Fuck you, Rockstar. I hate those fucking games. I hate the Grand Theft Auto series, and the fact that it was somebody from fucking Rockstar saying, oh, well, we can go ahead and charge $100 for GTA 6. You can suck on my fat hairy balls. And that's the time I'm going to go way off the rails and get vulgar about it, because it's like, first off, I mean, you know, you like GTA again, to each their own. That's fine. But you're going to tell me that you're going to get 100 assholes out there that are going to spend $100 on GTA? Fuck no. These guys, the people who are really super into GTA are most, outside of like your diehards like this, but the other people that are getting the game are more modders that are putting ridiculous shit in the PC versions anyway. They aren't going to pay for your fucking game anyway.
Out right away.
Yeah.
They're going to pirate the shit. Yep. So go ahead and charge your $100 and look like a fucking fool. You know, and it's like, and then as far as setting the precedence goes, I mean, that's a real slippery slope. And especially like, Hot saying this all of a sudden makes, I'll go even one further. It doesn't just make Game Pass attractive. It makes Phil Spencer right.
Oh, yeah. Like you said, here's the problem, right?
Yep.
The industry will charge whatever they want as long as people buy it. And we've seen this time and time again. Call of Duty started the original like massive price hike when they started back on the 360. They started with that overpriced DLC. I remember how everybody bitched about that. These map packs cost too much. And that's all it was at the time. Map packs and a couple of guns maybe. Now you're seeing Fortnite just leeching people on these skins, and people are buying them like left, right. The problem, see, and this is where they're cute, right? Is they play that fucking coin game, right? Yep. the reason they did that on purpose because they knew that their average customer, they would ask their mom for $50, right, to go buy fucking the Fortnite coins. But see, when they're telling their mom, well, it costs me 1,200 coins to buy, say, this shirt or a fucking character, the parents not realizing like how much that actually costs, right? So this is where they're fucking people over, and people just keep buying it. And they're not the only game, but Fortnite is so egregious, it's not even funny. And I get it. They got to pay licensing fees for this shit. But that game has also made billions of dollars, continues to make a ton of money, continues to sell like crazy. And this is like the whole industry right now is heading in the wrong fucking direction, and nobody's putting an end to it because, again, it's between naive people and stupid fucking people and gullible people. And you know what? I'm just as guilty because I'm pretty sure if Gears came out tomorrow and Microsoft said, well, we're going to charge you $100 for the next Gears game, I'd probably pay it too because I fucking love Gears. But that's the question is, where do we draw the line?
But you don't have to.
But the big difference, how you were mentioning it with Fortnite and shit, is the initial base game is free to play.
Right.
Like shit like GTA, and you mentioned Gears and stuff, they're going to make more money after the fact. Maybe not so much Gears yet because because they still use the traditional DLC model where you get like a campaign or extra maps and shit like that, or even characters, not just fucking skins and T-shirts. But for Rockstar, I guess it just really just slips under my fucking skin for Rockstar just because I'm not a GTA fan, but the fact that those games print money, I won't ever fucking deny that. You know what I mean? It's a wildly popular series. It makes its money tenfold. And then they want to turn around and say, I think we can charge $100 for a game. Fuck you.
That's 2K doing that stuff because 2K was the one that started with the $70.
2K Rockstar.
They started with basketball.
They're all guilty of it, man. Every one of these companies, man. Craziness.
A lot of companies weren't thinking about it, doing it at the time, but 2K did it first when they came out with that basketball at $70. They were the first ones to do it, and then everybody started following suit. So it would not surprise me.
Yeah. I guess you draw the line first. Hit it, Perry.
Yeah.
$100 a game, you're going to price people out of gaming.
Yep.
People are going to end up using phone games that are free to play, like you guys are saying, and they're just going to game on that. And that's just going to ruin gaming. So, And then Sony's around the corner waiting like the guy in the meme. Like,
yep. Yeah, Sony will be right behind it. Because once they see these idiots open up their wallet for $100 GTA 6, Sony's like, fuck, the floodgates open. Let's fucking do it, right?
Exactly.
Sony's notorious for Sony's notorious for constantly stretching the envelope too. Like every fucking time a game comes out with them, they're like, we should charge $10. Even like all these fucking remasters. Why are they still so free and expensive? Like we already bought the fucking game,
My remaster with Tomb Raider is reasonable. It's only like $30-$40.
Yeah, but those are also fucking games from 30 fucking years ago. Like, exactly new.
I love them. I'm one of the rare people that love those type of games. So I know
you like your women with pointy tits and 8-way directional control.
I mean, I went and spent $20 on the remaster of Soul Reaver 1 and 2.
How is that?
Oh, it's good. It's like, and it's real nice because it does the Halo Anniversary Edition thing where you can switch between the visuals. So you got the updated, which is like a real cleaned up. It's not like mind blowing, but it's like it's crisper looking.
They did the same thing with the new Tomb Raider.
It looks good.
It's good, and it plays just the way I remember. Which some people it might turn off because it's old school, man. It's old school 3D platform action. And there's a lot of puzzle solving. Those games were big on puzzles, but it was definitely worth the $20.
Because I use my D-pad to play on Tomb Raider. I play it the old way. I don't play it the new way they got.
Yeah, right.
I'm just old school like that. I love it.
But yeah, it's like they're already, and I mean, now that I think is a good price for something like that, where it's like $20 for like remastering old games like that, and it's real nice because they aren't widely available. The last time that shit was put out was those generations. You'll get a remaster every now and again here and there.
But when Only Warlords came out, It was only $20. I had to have it, and it felt so good to play that game again.
Oh, that's one of my favorites. It's on my like top list, man. I love Onimusha, but going back to the whole point of Sony charging $10 to upgrade your visuals because you already have the base game from the last gen. They did that with Last of Us 2 and shit. That. Fuck you, man. Not paying for that shit. I'll just run my PS4 game on my PS5 and it looks fine to me. Don't need whatever visuals they're boasting. I've got a regular ass HD TV. I ain't got a 4K. I don't give a fuck.
You just want to experience the game again. That's all.
Right.
And get more. And get for you guys over there. Get more trophies.
Mm-hmm.
Proto, you don't have a 4K TV?
No, I do not have a 4K TV. Really? I'm still living in the Stone Age, apparently.
Bro, dude, you really got to get yourself a good 4K, though, man, with HDR. I'm telling you, man, watching movies and playing games with those features, dude, is fucking way better.
I believe it, and especially because I have, like PS5 now and shit like that. And, of course, I hook my PC up to my TV through the HDMI, and eventually I'll get there with a 4K. I'm happy in my Stone Age, house right now with my regular ass HD 1080p. I'm like, oh, this is fucking phenomenal. I get 4K in here. You're gonna find me dead because I'm like in awe.
As far as first person shooters though, with 1080p is actually better for first person shooters.
Hell yeah.
It really is. It's better than 4K because you get a better refresh rate and you kill people faster.
Yeah.
And you got a better line of sight on your targets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why most PC people would rather play on a 1080p for
I remember the first time when I had the 360, and a lot of the TVs were when 360 came in, a lot of us were still on tube-based TVs.
Mm-hmm.
And some of us, when we did have a decent TV, it was like 720. And I remember the first time I remember getting the first 1080p TV.
I went, wow!
Oh man, holy shit!
Because when I got
it was like getting new reading glasses, man. It was like this shit.
Oh my god, no, because it was hilarious. Because I got my first 360 back in 06, so it was a little after launch, so it might have been 07. But I still had a 40-inch tube TV, and I'm still using the VGA hookups, right? I'm like, oh, this looks great, but some things sucked. Like I was playing Dead Rising, couldn't read shit unless I was sitting right in front of the fucking screen, because it was so small. But then when I got my first HD TV and I fucking hooked that son of a bitch up, I'm like, good God.
Dude,
I was in my late 20s,
I had a 300-pound 34-inch CRT TV.
Yeah.
And girlfriend.
And it had 1080i, and
was it like a Sony Trinitron, a Trinitron or whatever it is?
I think it was a JVC. And
okay. All right.
And I saw the difference between that and my regular square TV at 1080i, and I was like, oh my God, I can see everything.
It's wild, man. And I'm not even kidding you. You put a 4K in my house, I'm probably going to have a heart attack just because the visuals are going to shock me. It'll be like, oh my God. And then it'll be on the Chicago news at 9:00. Asshole in Chicago dies because he saw 4K TV visuals.
And it'll be on WGN now.
Yeah, WGN. There you go. Yeah,
dude. What you'll do is you'll put on like the PS5.
Proto needs a video that says I'm about 20 years late, but here's my first reaction to my first 4K TV.
Yep, and then I'm just on the floor drooling.
Y'all know how expensive it is to get a CRT TV that works now? They not cheap.
Well,
hell no!
You hook up your PS5 or your Xbox Series, and you play that, especially like 4K movies too, where you get the HDR and this high resolution stuff.
Yeah,
better still if you get like a 4K OLED. Oh man,
yo, dude, I got the C1 and I watch movies on that. Like, dude, like for me, couple of my favorite 4K movies are the new King Kong ones, like King Kong Skull Island. Like that looks fucking
I love
dope
that.
in 4K.
Awesome.
I want Interstellar in 4K. I've been feeling that movie. I haven't watched it in a minute, but I want that one in 4K.
Jack Black is the man.
I mean, the resolution is great, but I would say, like, to me, the big difference is, like I said, a lot of that color pop and the contrast with the HDR and stuff, or the Dolby Vision.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking almost
exactly when they go to Skull Island, the colors pop.
Yeah.
Well, see, I upgraded to HD in my early 30s. I'm pushing 50 now, so I'm probably due then.
Well, they come down. I mean, I was just eyeballing one on the Best Buy site here. It was a TLC 50-inch 4K QLED for like $350.
Those are pretty damn good. Those are pretty good.
Shit.
And that's
I got no problems with
QLED TLC for $350. So that's like what, fucking $250 American?
Yeah,
those TCL
might not be
TVs
the
are
best
nice.
TV, but fuck, at that price, you can't really turn it down.
It's going to be a better resolution than what you got right now, Proto.
Oh, I believe it.
But they're not bad.
Those TCL TVs are nice. They are a great bang for your buck.
Yeah.
My father-in-law's got one. My brother-in-law's got one. I got one up in my bedroom, and I haven't had a problem on gaming. Nothing like that. But it's good. Yeah. It's a good beginner's 4K TV to jump in.
Yeah,
I always buy. When I get a TV, I always buy Vizio, except for my big giant 75-inch LG. But that's in 4K too. But I love Vizios, man. Those things are durable, man. Like that's the one I still have in my bedroom. Is my big 50-inch Vizio that's in my bedroom, and then I got a 50-inch RCA out in my living room. Which is, and it's all adequate, but yeah. And then I'm seeing Dizzy saying 120 frames per second. Man, I'd go fucking cross-eyed.
Man, that's
dude. Yeah, the new TCLs go 120, I think, or maybe not.
What's that?
RCA always.
RCA puts the arse in RCA. You know what I mean?
The one I got, I ended up getting it on the cheap, Facebook Marketplace, and I like mine. But I think it was from an old hotel.
Because when I grew up, like that, RCA was one of the biggest competitors to the Sony TVs. And I don't know what the fuck happened to them. I don't know. They changed ownership. They changed manufacturing.
RCA is still around. It's hard to find.
Now they're known as the Walmart entry point,
Yeah, but Walmart owns Vizio now.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So they won't.
And then Dreadpool mentioning 4K titties. Good Lord.
Are you talking about Tomb Raider again,
4K. I die with one hand on my chest, the other where it's going, and it's just like 4K.
Yeah, that's like a pimply pussy up close. Yeah.
Yeah, you should never play DOA beach volleyball, dude.
That would be it. That'd be it. I played it back when it came out. They put that on a 4K. Good Lord,
be messing with the Tata sliders. Yeah, you would.
You'll have guys coming out of their parents' basements in cases like that, looking like fucking Quagmire from the episode of Family Guy with the big muscular arm.
But you be coming out the basement and your mom be like, "Son, you look so drained." I'm as bad as Nuke sometimes. Man. But like I said, the only game I would pay, because it's a proven game for me, is Tomb Raider. That's the only game I'd pay $100 for. But that's my niche, though.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of hard to because Noob said it's like, where do you draw the line? And as easy as it is to say, hey, let's just fucking draw the line, it's not that easy, because everybody out there has one or two games they will throw whatever money it is to get it. Like, I'm sure we all have that game or that series that you
want 150 for it with everything. Here you go.
You know what I mean? We all have that, so it's like we're all kind of guilty at the end of the day. You know what I mean? But as stupid as it is, it's not right. You know what I mean? But we all have that. We all have that game.
We all have our favorite.
Yeah, but it's not right. Don't make it right.
Half the problem in the game industry stems from the boardrooms, right? Because instead of, all these games have targets that they want to hit. I totally get it. So some games are going to have modest targets like, hey, if we sell 2 million copies, we're going to make money. We're going to pay for our production and, perhaps even greenlight a sequel. But the question is like, where does it become like enough is enough? Like, there's certain ceilings for certain games that are much, much higher, but other companies have got to stop chasing, like, again, the Fortnite and Minecraft dollars when their games just don't have that built in. And the downside is I as much as we've said this in the past, is I hate to see games fail. I also applaud the failure of certain games, because the more of these Concord style games, the more of these bullshit games that these live service fucking games die. It's like, I kind of applaud it, because you know what? The industry is getting flooded with them. We're sending the wrong message. And there's only so many hours in the day and so much money that can go around. We can't play everything. And most importantly, we cannot fucking buy everything. It doesn't matter. Every game in the fucking world is on Game Pass for $20 a month. If you're a working Joe, like the majority of us are, where the fuck do you find the time to play all this shit, let alone buy it? You know what I'm saying? Like, the game industry is a victim of its own self right now, because the market is so flooded. You can only pick and choose so many games. And you know what? I know lots of people that buy almost every game, but when you talk to them on their backlogs, and they're not finishing any of these games. They're finishing like 2 games out of every fucking 50 that they buy. So are you really winning out, or are you just collecting shit?
I got a question. Should single player games should never be $100?
No, absolutely not.
Never
ever be $100. Because they make so much money on, they don't make no money on the back end. But if you want to sell more of a single player game, put it back at $60. People might dip into that. Because a lot of these lower price games that are ending up being really good are making more money. They're making more money than these higher price games. Then they be like, how does this little game make so much more money than our super expensive
And it's funny, too, because you'll even run into, to kind of riff off of that point, too, when you're talking about lower price games, making more, you'll find out about the, some of these bigger games that kind of flop initially, and then all of a sudden, then they pick up once the price gets lowered, because everybody discovers the hidden gem. It's like, no, it's because the price lowered. I mean, the message, people always say vote with your wallet. That's the message, right? And people are still opening their wallet, but it's slowly but surely happening. And like Noof, like you said, with Concord and that fucking dumpster fire, good for that. And it sent Sony a message, because even though we haven't talked about it, but like Sony canceling a bunch of these live service MMO fucking games and shit. Mm-hmm. And, you got people out there saying, oh, well, are they in trouble because they're canceling games? They're canceling the right fucking games. They're canceling the games that nobody fucking asked for and nobody wanted.
But they canceled some of the wrong games, too.
No, I agree.
Like the Twisted Metal, the Spider-Man. Those should have stayed there, because I would have bought a PlayStation for Twisted Metal. I bought a PlayStation for Twisted Metal.
Oh, no, I agree, because I'm a huge Twisted Metal fan. That one hurt, but like a lot is what I should say. So maybe I should rephrase that and say a lot of the right games are being canceled.
Yeah, because, like I told people argue with me real quick, Proto, because they argue with me about it. Well, nobody cares about Twisted Metal. You know how much money they could have made with new cars and new weaponry on it?
You can even
create, say you can buy this, you can buy this new character.
And see that argument's already invalid, X-Man, when they're saying, oh, nobody cares about Twisted Metal. They fucking did a show on that, man.
I know. And it did well. That show was good. And for us Twisted Metal fans, they grew up with all the Twisted Metals.
Yep.
And they would have made that online. That game would have screamed success.
Oh, I mean, I would like to forget. I'd like to forget about 3 and 4. Those were pretty rough, but everything else.
Yeah, but Twisted Metal Black was the shit.
Oh fuck yeah, it was. Hell yeah, it
was. That's like I keep trying to tell EA, make a new make a new Need for Speed Underground, please. make a new Need for Speed Underground.
I swear to God, I heard someone shit themselves in the mic.
What happened?
I heard it. And I'm just like, what the fuck's going on? They shit themselves.
Newt, are you farting again in the mic?
Dude, it was like mid X-Men's laugh, and I'm like, it's gonna sound weird. Normal laugh.
I'm just like, I'm about to spit take all over my fucking computer.
Oh my God, dude.
Wow, they're gonna start calling you Fart Newt.
Hey man, I'm 14 episodes back into Gaming After Dark. I felt that live on their fart was overdue.
Dude, hell yeah, dude. Make sure you check your underwear. You might have burnt a hole through it.
Oh.
They don't call him Nuke Nukem for nothing.
Boom, boom, kaboom, baby.
Wow, did you rocket launch out your seat?
Oh my God, dude. Fucking by
We
God,
have
that was lit.
lift off.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
Remember Kenny when he lit himself on fire with the fart? He's out far.
Oh my God, dude. I'm fucking getting hot right now from laughing. I'm like, my body temperature's rising.
Dude, you didn't know this happens with me and Noof every time we get together, dude. We just
Dude, I remember we used to do that back in the day. Oh, so funny. Too good. Oh man.
Okay. Next.
All right. Put the train back on the put on the trail.
I'm with Jago, but unfortunately, the industry right now is run by those games, the free-to-play games that, like I said, bait you in and then basically keep roping you in by keep the constant coming. Like, I can't fault Fortnite. That's one good thing they're doing is they're keeping a steady belt of content rolling out for their game, like one way or the other. They're doing that, so that's the cool part, right? So kudos to them. They found something that's working right for them.
But Epic, because they concentrate on Fortnite, they can't make any other previous good games like they used to have. It's my Unreal Tournament.
Epic Games is one of the biggest studios in the world. And if you think about it, they haven't made a single new game since fucking Fortnite.
Yeah, because I'm in the beta. I got the beta.
They don't even need to, dude.
This is the
I
same
got the beta
Gears,
for Unreal
right?
Tournament 4, right, Noof? And I've had it in the alpha form. They keep making updates for it, but they had it in the alpha form for 8 years. And they ain't put nothing out. They just keep thinking about Fortnite, man.
Well,
that's all I think about.
Why would they give a shit about Unreal though? Like, and you're talking to a guy here that I'm a massive Unreal Tournament fan. I love UT.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I still play Unreal Tournament.
Yeah, I play. I'll still jump on and play the shit out of it. But that's the thing. Epic doesn't need to. They've got their fucking money cow, and the milk ain't dried up yet.
Mm-hmm. One thing I can say about Epic, they don't shut their servers down on console.
No, that's
one thing I can say about them. Epic and Ubisoft, they do not shut their previous servers down. You can still go in and play. Yeah, you can go in and play Rainbow Six. You can still play it. Vegas.
I mean, look at that game, even First Descendant. I mean, that's a decent game, but I bet you it's largely selling a lot more because the character designs, especially from the ladies, are quite sexy. And they make it a pretty daunting task to get some of those uniforms.
They turned it down because a lot of people, they messed up. They shut it down because a lot of people were complaining about the line of sight shooting, that it was way off and they did not fix it or address the issue. That's what took a lot of people away from that game. And it had good mechanics and good bones. Mm-hmm. If they could have fixed that one issue, the game could have thrived, dude. But a lot of people were complaining about the line of sight. Scrub Nurse talked about the line of sight of it, and 108 talked about the line of sight of it being a problem. They say it was a good game except for that one part.
Huh?
My bad, I thought I heard a little crackle pop over there, but I'm fucking hearing things.
Noof, are you doing Rice Krispies again?
He's fucking snap crackle popping over there in his fucking undies. I swear, man.
Yeah, it stinks in here.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Somebody get that man some baby wipes. Get that man some baby wipes, please.
By the gods. It's everywhere.
Your wife will walk in and say, "What the fuck happened here?"
You're gonna walk in. It smells like shit in here.
It smells like shit in here. So keep on all your clothes.
I think it smells like shit. I want to take my pants off.
Does everybody in this room? We'll start with Perry because he's been quiet for a while. Is everybody have that game? You know, like what would be your game that you'd be like, okay, I'd spend $100 on that.
I really don't know.
Okay,
I'm sure I paid $100. You know, not really. The WWE game a few years ago, the WrestleMania edition.
Oh yeah.
I didn't spend $100 on it, but I was close to spending $100.
Yeah.
You know, I ended up getting CD keys for like $70.
Realistically,
we used to play $100 for games in the 90s.
If you're buying a collector's edition at $100, it's really you're still spending $100 on the game, even if you're getting some sort of a bonus out of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know because $100 for a game at this point, if it's not like a collector's edition, if it's a base game, you can count me out.
Okay, so we got pretty much a no out of Perry. Proto, how about you, man? What kind of game would draw $100 out of your wallet, if any?
Debbie's horse ride, Barbie's horse ride, right?
The Barbie's horse ride.
Leisure Suite Larry.
Yeah,
I would do it. Rated
Kitty.
These days help. Probably nothing, man. I could see if it was a massive collector's edition of a franchise I like let's say, for instance, like if they gave me if they put out the entire Mega Man series, start to finish where it's at now, in like a big collector's box, and you get like a statue or a figure or something like that, but it has to be something that would be enticing. It would have to be something like that. Something that would not only pique my interest from a game standpoint, but because I also, I collect action figures and stuff like that and shit too. It would have to be something like that. But as far as like base kind of game shit, where like, oh hey, we'll give you a couple of download codes or whatever. No, go fuck yourself. It would have to be something like worth my while to spend that $100.
Mm-hmm.
I would do, other than the Tomb Raider, I would do a complete with remakes in it. With online, a full Battlefield series collection. Full Battlefield series collection with online remake. I would pay over $100 for that.
Yeah, it's got to be for me to spend that kind of coin. It has to be a full collection that I can at least access on current gen hardware, right?
Like the Master Chief collection, right?
Yeah. Something like that, but it has to be physical. It's not going to be digital at all. Because if I'm paying that kind of money, I want that's going to be a center talking piece, right? Like, hey, check this shit out. It's something it's something you brag to your friends about. Like, hey, check this out. I got this. And then on top of it, I would almost even have to say it would have to be like a limited edition or where it'd be like X amount of copies. But as far as like basic shit coming out, you're not going to get me to spend $100 on that. Not at all.
I shouldn't even mention this because if Rockstar gets a load of it, they probably would use it. And you know how they could have countless money going in their game? It's when you buy GTA, you literally got to go and buy fucking their credits to go into the strip club to make the girls take off their clothes. Otherwise,
you put it out in the universe. Somebody's going to catch wind of it. And now it's going to happen. We can all have Noof to thank.
You don't think Rockstar is going to do that with these new graphics? Come on.
I can totally see that, man, where you literally have to buy real credits to take it into the bar to actually buy the fucking, like, the girls take their clothes off. They won't take them off if you don't spend the real money.
That would be one hell of a news report talking about that, what video games are doing to society now, because dudes are dropping, real money to see, video game boobs.
The hot coffee mod was bad.
Little 12-year-old Johnny's going to his mom to buy some GTA credits. You don't know why he keeps spending all this money every week, and he's got the biggest boners ever.
Mm-hmm.
Honey, why didn't you pay the rent last month?
I was paying for digital hookers. Lay off me.
You ain't giving me none. I got to get it from somewhere.
Yes, we have come around to 4K titties again, Dreadpool.
Dreadpool, it always comes full circle.
Yes.
Yep. That is for real.
Wasn't there a Need for Speed mobile game where you had to spend real money for gas? Your car would run out of gas.
Oh
I've actually
that
heard
is wild.
I've actually heard of that.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was, but yeah, I want to say there was something. I don't remember if it was Need for Speed, but yeah, there was a game that did that.
Oh, I know what game it was. Midnight Club did that where you ran out of gas.
It was Midnight Club?
No, you ran out of boost. My bad. I'm sorry. You had to get your nitrous. That's right, by going by a gas station. I'm sorry.
Boost, nitrous, gas, nukes, farts. It's all the same shit at this point.
It's all toxic.
That's all the same thing with Noof, right?
They're all toxic.
Well, you guys know that I moonlight as the methane man, right?
Canada's most notorious superhero.
In Chernobyl.
Yeah, Noof gonna mess with you. Noof lays a fart in the middle of having sex, right? He's like, "Oh, baby, that was hard."
Chernobyl was not caused by a nuclear reactor meltdown. I failed to tell you that.
That was just nuke.
I got up on top. I flew up on top of one, and I took a shit down in one. That's what happened.
Why do you think they call him Noof Nukem?
Slid down like a pickle on a window.
You know we love
it. Ignited.
So, Hot, what game would you drop $100 for if you had a choice?
All right, okay. So I'm gonna go a little bit different on this one. I'm gonna keep it as base game as I can, without any of the extras. Just games that I personally just love, and I'm gonna go off base games that I would probably pay $100 for. Granted, 2 of them would probably be on Game Pass, but I am a sucker for Gears of War. So just say the game is good. Say it's not a piece of shit and there's no bullshit within the story. I would pay $100 for a new Gears of War. Probably pay $100 for a good Halo. And for PlayStation, I feel like I'm a sucker for fucking Last of Us, so I'd probably pay for the new Last of Us $100. But those are the only 3, and they have to be good. So if they don't hit the quality standard, then I'm not doing it. But those are the ones that I would make my move on.
Yeah, I would easily do a Gears game if it came down to it. I'd probably reconsider Mass Effect, and if I had to go for a third one, it would probably be like a Batman Arkham kind of game.
Ooh, yeah. Dude, if they did
as long as it's
Beyond
a good
Arkham
game, not like the fucking bullshit we had the last, the
Dude, I want a Batman Beyond Batman Beyond game. I just want it.
That'd be lit about that.
Dude, that'd be so sick.
Batman Beyond maybe in the works. I'm not confirming anything. I just heard rumors.
Yeah, I'm hearing talks, and I think it's Rocksteady building it.
Hey, that'd be awesome.
That'd be dope, dude. That'd be really cool. Wow. Be different too.
Call me sick.
Break it up.
But you talk about dream games that I would pay $100 for, right? 2 games,
yeah, basically.
2 games. One is a trilogy, Burnout trilogy. A Burnout trilogy, not this Paradise.
Burnout myself.
Not this Paradise crap. A true Burnout trilogy with Burnout 1, 2, Burnout 3, the greatest of all time.
What about no Burnout Revenge?
Burnout Revenge.
I think the Brown Bomber's soon coming in for a landing here. Jesus.
I love
I know. Bomberman 64 over here.
And this is another remake. These are games that we would pay $100 for. So this is my choice. SSX 1, 2, and 3.
Damn, that's a deep cut, SSX. Holy shit.
I love SSX, dude. I love Burnout. Take down a little bit more because I played the crap out of that on the OG Xbox. I mean, we no life that. And I have one more brand new Project Gotham Racing.
Ooh, wee daddy. Yeah. I haven't heard that name in a while, dude.
And on PlayStation side, a brand new Colony Wars.
Not bad.
A brand new.
Not bad at all, dude.
Because I love Psygnosis games back then.
Yeah. I'm a sucker for Tony Hawk, dude. Speaking of like extreme sports, I would probably
I
just
bought
buy
Tony
a
Hawk day one, dude. When
mass collection of that. I'd just sit on the main screen and be like, let's just listen to the soundtrack for today. Just gonna pop in the game and just let it go.
I'd be like, come on, let me get that Benihana. Let me get that Benihana. Let me land.
And I know one time I had a little bit of an argument with Indie Gamer, great guy by the way. But like he was always, he'd always say like, if you kind of shit on indie games, blah blah blah. And I said, no, I don't really shit on indie games. Like, I love indies. I think there's a lot of great ones out there. There's a lot of originality. There's a lot of talented devs. And I totally think there's a place for indie games in society. And many times those indie games, they become successful enough that they spawn off bigger games and stuff like that. But my thought was, like I told him, I said, like, if I keep buying all the indie games, at $15, $20, $30 a pop for a lot of these games, I said, you know what, then I don't have enough money to buy the big AAA game that I want. So I always just like, when I buy an indie game, I'm very mindful and very selective of what I pay the money on. Just for that reason alone. So unless like I can try a demo or I'm absolutely convinced it's an indie game that I would like I love the Little Nightmares games, for example. I think those are great, but I just can't go out and buy indie games left, right, and center because I don't have the finances to do it, and it starts to add up at the end of the day.
Yep, true.
Yeah.
Gotta watch the wallet, dude. You gotta.
Well, it was $15 here, and $15 here,
It's always the little money too. It's like when you spend a lot, it's like, okay, in your mind, okay, I just spent a lot of money right there. I gotta be a little bit better on the other end of these weeks coming up. But when you spend a little bit here, a little bit there, it just slips your mind, dude. A little here, a little there. Next thing you know, your fucking credit card bill's high as a motherfucker.
Kind of like Netflix every month, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
But I love Amazon Prime. I mean, I
know.
I can't knock it.
I need it. It's convenient.
Yeah. Cool. And they got some good stuff on there too, so I can't get rid of it. And I can watch football, so I'm good.
Any further thoughts on the price of gaming and where we draw the line? So what's the average price in the US right now? It's $79, right?
I think I hear like 73, 74
without tax.
Yeah, with the tax rolled over, it's like
our average AAA game, like a new game coming out, is usually about $89.99 now.
Okay.
We're about $20 difference in you guys and add your tax. Like Mag always says, he lives in Ontario. His tax is like 13 or 14%, so it adds up a lot more. Ours is 5% here.
Yeah, it's 70, and then with whatever tax of your state or whatever, it's like 70. For me, it's like 74 something.
You got some states here that don't have any state tax, like Oregon and a couple of other states.
Yeah, Florida.
And Florida. So if you buy something online, it's the price that you pay for it.
Yeah. And like I said, our government came out and did this whole we're axing the tax on like video games and consoles up until I think sometime in February. And I'm like, well, that's great. Now I want to buy a Series X disc edition. I can't fucking find one to be found.
I know, right, dude?
It's like, you shouldn't have got rid of the one you had the first time.
That's true.
Glory hole in it, X-Man. It didn't work anymore.
It worked. No, his system worked.
Oh yeah, it all worked just fine.
Before he put the glory hole in it.
Work.
The only thing working there at that point was Newfonomics.
Yeah.
Hey, you might get one if somebody traded in for a Switch too.
That's true.
Yeah. Hold the Switch 2 hostage. You'd be like, I will trade for the Series X.
No,
what say ye?
No,
Perry's selling one with a special edition plastic table. Oh, that was a priceless video of him smashing the Series X with a hammer.
That's right.
And then hitting the fucking table and putting a hole in it. It was hilarious.
Wow. Oh,
dope.
Well, I got a new table out of it.
See, there's always silver linings.
In all fairness, that Series X was pretty fucking tough. He smacked it a few times and hardly even putting a dent in the fucking thing.
That Series X is heavy, dude.
I kept the NVMe. It works.
That damn thing is heavy, that Series X. And you want to know the fact? The Series S ain't light either. It's a little heavy itself. I was like, how does this little thing weigh so damn much?
I love that thing for the backpack. Good size.
And it was just ridiculous. But they pack it with technology. I mean, come on. It's sad. My PC's lighter than the Series X.
Cool.
Thanks.
All right. So anyway, I think we've pretty much hit most of the topics. We are coming in almost at the 2-hour mark of the show. This one has certainly flown by tonight. We've had an amazing chat too, by the way. Shout out to Dreadpool and everybody else that's been here tonight. You guys are fantastic. Fazad, the list goes on. Thanks again for being here, guys. You are absolutely amazing. If you got any questions, now is the time to get them ready. Now we will certainly bring in our guests of honor. Arnold is in the house. We got Cletus. We got Safe House Sam on standby. So if you have a question from anybody in the panel or in the chat, now is the time to certainly drop those questions now.
Ooh, I got one for Arnold.
Do it.
Arnold, would you pay $100 for a video?
There you go.
Okay. Yeah. It looks like you stole the same question that Perry had. Dropped in the chat.
Damn.
Great minds think alike. That is a very good question. And unfortunately, there's not many games out there that would want to pay $100 for. But I can promise you this, if I'm going to pay the money, I want it to be a great game. It's probably going to be something Terminator-based. I want to be able to go out there and kick ass. And to come on, that's the kind of game that I want. Of course, I was working on a game with an indie developer. It was called Minute Maid. And it was basically like a Pac-Man game where you go around a giant mansion, you're chasing all the maids. And that's right. And you got to get your blue Viagra power pellets in order to pump yourself up and get the it was pretty cool what I played with. We need more of that.
I got one for Arnold. Hey, Arnold. So what made you decide to put your Conan the Barbarian character in Mortal Kombat for DLC coming out in a week or two?
Well, it's the discourse is where he needs to be. I mean, obviously, I can't go out there and be the body double anymore because if you looked at me lately, my tits are almost as saggy as your mama's. But it's where they want to put the game, and I mean, at least you can still see my character, and I look amazing, and the swinging the sword. Mortal Kombat is a great game. I mean, Conan is all about combat. It's Combat Conan. And of course, it's where I want to be, and I think it's great. And anytime they want me to do a voiceover, they're just going to call me, and I will be there to do it.
Arnold, on that real quick, and then I'm done.
Go ahead.
Made you decide to do all that super hack and slash stuff with your sword? Because your fatalities are legit. Now, I know they put you in one of them bodysuits so you can perform your special moves.
Well, absolutely. I mean, I was coming up with a bunch of great fatalities, and one of the fatalities I really wanted to do was I wanted to slice you in half and then reach my hand up in your asshole, and then I was going to pull out a version of Joe Biden, and then I was going to curl him up into a ball, shove him back down your throat, and rip him out to your penis and throw him across the ground.
Wow, I can't wait to figure that fatality out.
Yeah, it's called a piss or shit fatality. I think if Nugum's been shitting himself all night, I swear to God, I'm going to have a fatality when the pass out here in the bedroom. Fucking smells like asshole in here.
Fatality.
That's called a smell-tality. That's what that is.
Or it could be friendship.
We got one coming in for Frank.
Cletus, what do you think of the Switch 2?
Well, that's a great question. The future is Switch 2. Well, first of all, I'm glad you put a number on it because I every time I hear the word Switch, I get up and I try to click a light switch because I like to hear that noise Nintendo always makes. You know, when you see the commercials, click, click, click. So, yeah, I don't really know. I think it looks pretty cool, but it looks very similar to to the last switch, which is probably going to confuse a lot of simple folks like me, but it's a good thing that apparently you can stick your old cartridges in the same old hole, because honest to God, that's just like my wife. She's backwards compatible too. She's taking the same old you know. But I tried to upgrade her easy. I mean, I took her to the dentist the other day, and he put a tooth implant in her face. So that's good. She got at least one can opener up on the left side of that grizzle.
Oh shit, Cletus, does she call it Old Chomper?
Absolutely, that's a great name for. I'm going to tell her that they're going to call it Old Chomper. Absolutely, that's a good one.
Hey, Cletus, how do you make fart moonshine?
Well, you got to make the really potent moonshine, okay? And you got to let it fester for a little while, just like a good fart. You don't want to blow it out the moment that you feel it rumble down at your anus, okay? You got to let it sizzle a little bit. You got to smell just a little aftershock creeping out around your fucking asshole pubes. You know what I'm saying? And then you let it fizzle. And then when you got that big ripper, you got to stick the bottle top right up in the asshole. It got to be up there so there's no air leaking out through. And then you just let her go, and you should hear a good bubble. There's a bloop on up through the bottle as it happens. And let me tell you, that moonshine not only tastes great going down, but fuck it, it'll tingle your nostril hole too, because it's just like an outhouse in your mouth. That's what I'm telling you.
Oh, why did I even ask that question? Lord,
dear God. Knew if I had one for Safe House, I read in the thing.
Go ahead. All right, here we go.
Yeah. You want me to read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Safe House, would you be willing to sell your Xbox Series X to my buddy Noof? And if so, what for?
Yeah, that's a great fucking question, man. It's a fucking great question. But I'm going to tell you this, Hot. I'm going to tell you this, my brother. You don't sell fucking nothing to Noof Nukem, okay? Because Noof Nukem, he's a master at the Noofonomics. I call it fucking jerkonomics. The motherfucker gets jerked around. He just loses his shirt. He don't know what the fuck he's doing. I mean, he's like a fucking transvestite for game consoles. He don't know what he wants to be from day one to day two. One day he's all about the Nintendo. The next day he's about Sony. Next day he's about fucking Xbox. I think he jumps from place to place. He don't fucking know what he wants to play.
He's a sellout.
And he fucking sells it, motherfucker. I wouldn't sell him my fucking Xbox. Son, it's a guy that shit fucking be gone 2 days after. I'd be all excited. He'd be like, hey, this. And then the motherfucker, he'd be bringing it in and giving it away. He got a couple of fucking screw loops in that head, and I can't find a screwdriver big enough to fucking stick them back in his Frankenstein hole.
But Safe House, that's what they call Noofonomics.
Fucking authority, fucking jerkonomics, and that fucking guy.
That's crazy.
You don't fucking know.
Oh man,
he's a fucking trans consulate. That's what he is.
What the fuck is it?
Goddamn transitioning gamer, you piece of shit.
That's why
sprinkle a little bit of hope on it.
He likes them fucking new controllers, the ones that fucking don't know what they want to be because they got joysticks and analog nubs and fucking SpongeBob buttons and everything on.
I'm gonna cut my joystick off.
I guess that's why they call it square pants. But oh wow. That's
going on, Matt Cleburne. Good to see you, man. Cougar man, what's up? All right. Any further questions before we wrap this one up?
Yeah, I'm looking for one. Somebody else I think was asking about.
Arrow's got one, looks like.
Arnie, would you want to be the first buddy instead of Elon Musk?
Of course, I want to be the first. I want to be the first buddy. Let me explain this to you in layman's terms. First of all, I've already been to Mars. Elon Musk has never been there. But I've been there in a total recall. As a matter of fact, you probably saw my eyeballs popping out of my head. But I was there. I want to be the first buddy. I want to be the one who's going to wipe the orange off of the orange man. You know what I'm saying? I want to be that guy. I want to be the one because I've been there. I've been in politics. I know how shit runs. And of course, shit runs definitely downhill there. So let me be the first guy. I've been there. Elon Musk, he doesn't even know how to talk properly. So don't put him in there.
Hey, Arnold, how much fun did you have on Mars with the 3T girl?
Bro, the only problem with 3T girls is they don't have 3 hands.
Oh, wow.
But let me tell you, the only thing better than a girl with 3 tits is a nuns with 3 buns.
Hey, or a priest with a fucking basement full of children. Wait, what?
Nah, that means there's 3 holes down there.
Oh! Hey, I got one from RWK, but I don't know how to highlight it. So I'm just going to read it off.
Safe house one. All right, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see.
All right, safe house. The Switch requires 2 hands. Okay, so all right, we're got to really get into this because it was typed up weird. All right, safe house. The Switch requires 2 hands. If you're watching Cornhub at the same time, how will you play?
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is get excited, and I should have enough jizz to put on the wall, and I can stick the Switch up there. It might slide down eventually, just like mine slides down her throat, but I swear that's what I can do. I'm going to put it on the ceiling. I'm going to be so excited. I know there's all sorts of contraptions out there that you can put it on, so I'm not too worried about it, and I don't really want to watch Switch with the porn. The screen is not big enough. I want to get VR porn with it. Looks like you got a theater-sized titties.
That one was your safe house, so apparently Arnold slapped him.
Oh, fucking the safe house. Oh, God, take it away, safe house. You think you got a better answer than me? Yeah, I do, fucking Arnold. You can go fucking sit your fucking ass back fucking down right there, let me tell you, because honest to God, I love the Nintendo fucking Switch because honestly, you can hide it in your pocket. You know, you don't have to be conspicuous about it. You know what I'm saying? The problem with fucking Switch is, I mean, well, first of all, you can't do fuck on nothing with the Switch, right? Because with the fucking Switch, they got no fucking internet. They ain't doing nothing. They don't have Netflix on this fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really fucking do nothing with Switch. But it would be pretty cool if they had fucking porn on the Switch. But the problem with that is, I'd probably be taking the fucking Joy-Cons off. I'd pretty near say they'd end up in my fucking asshole after a night.
You'll be all right. It vibrates.
Yeah, just use a condom.
I've been the first guy that set a Guinness Book of Records by beating fucking Mario Kart records with a joystick up my fucking asshole and wiggling my ass out the toilet seat.
No, that's couch co-op.
Have you ever farted your fucking way to a victory in Mario Kart? That takes some real fucking talent.
It's gonna.
It takes a lot of balls, man.
This Joy-Con looks like it has radioactive burns. That's the one that was up my ass.
Never trust a Joy-Con that looks a little bit fucking brown. You know what I'm saying? That's the ones you want to stay fucking clear of.
Yeah, you want to touch them.
I guess at that point you wouldn't have to worry about stick drift.
I'd be like, why is this Joy-Con brown? What happened?
They don't even make brown Joy-Cons.
You ain't got to worry about fucking stick drift and the thing is clogged full of fucking peanuts.
Jesus Christ.
If you gave it to him.
There, I hope I fucking answer your question, Arnold. You can go fuck off.
Damn.
You cock ass.
Cock ass. Oh, you're about to fucking cock ass. Oh, wow, that fucking panel for fucking cock asses. Speaking of, why is the fucking only guy on TV, the only guy on the camera, and that's fucking Perry? What the rest of you guys fucking really ugly and fucking jealous or something? What the fuck's wrong with y'all?
Yes.
I'm beating my meat to your voice, so there's just no way I can be on camera.
God damn.
Goddamn, baby.
Bunch of cock asses. Anyway, guys, we're going to wrap the show. Great questions, fantastic answers, amazing panel, and awesome topics again tonight. But that is it for another show. We'll be back again next week. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you have any comments or anything else, feel free to leave them in the chat or send us a DM, and we look forward to being back here again soon. But anyway, guys, we're going to wrap it up. Proto Foxy, let people know where they can catch up with you anytime, my friend.
Well, you know where to find me, and if you don't, you can hit the description down below for all the links and all that good shit. Otherwise, you know where I'm at Tuesday nights. I'm on Gaming After Dark.
There you go. Short and sweet, apparently just like his penis, according to his wife.
Exactly.
Wicked Hawt, brother. Where can people check up with you, bro?
All right, guys. Well, you can find me on Xbox, PlayStation, Twitter, Nintendo. As you see on the screen, the same way it's written, baby. Every Tuesday, gaming after dark with the boys. Till next week, guys. I'll catch y'all later.
Absolutely. By the way, when the Switch 2 comes out, we need to all make shirts that says the Switch is my bitch.
Hell yeah, dude. I'll run up in that with that shirt on.
Nah, Noof will be like, funny. The Switch is my itch.
Switch is my itch.
That would be a good t-shirt. With some fucking crabs.
That would be a good shirt. That would be cool.
Yeah. Perry, let people know where they can catch up with you, brother.
Every Wednesday night on the Game Complainers YouTube channel for the Game Complainers podcast between 9:30 p.m. and 10 p.m. Eastern with Frank, Anthony, Fred, and myself.
There you go. Great show as always. Go check them out, boys. Stop in and say hello. And Sir X-Man, thank you again for being on the show tonight. It was always a pleasure to have you. Let people know, or at least where they can catch up with your social media, if nothing else.
It's the same on everything. X, Blue Sky. You can find me on Xbox, everywhere. Xbox, Steam, Steam. And I'll be on Wasted with Wise on Friday, depends on how I feel. And I'll be on Dragons Den on Saturday. That's it.
There you go. Busy man. A couple of podcasts coming up. It's also another great show on Friday nights, Wasted with Wise, with a good old friend, Wise Old Gamer. Go check that show out as well if you get a chance. You know where to find me, guys. Always in the gutter and probably shitting myself in some particular chair. But
you know what I'm gonna say to you? All I gotta say to you is Noof is wipe on.
Wipe on. Wipe on.
Just keep on wiping on, baby.
All right, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Have fun. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you later.
Good night, everybody.
Peace.
Hasta la vista.
Baby.